It's Week 10 of the National Football League. Our spotlight is on Michael Pittman. He was a defensive headache a week ago, nearly hitting 200 yards receiving. It's the Colts and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays, and yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
And here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wide out.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, hey, we got you headed down. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Down to about the 32.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And a short gain here down to the 22. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter.
And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown. and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. Second down coming up. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From midfield, here's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it inside the 10.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
43 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Carr now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Less than a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
Complete to Mo Alley Cox. I'll pick up at 2 yards.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. A little juke. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They go play action with Ryan.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 6.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Bilal Nichols there on the stop. 2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. And they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
The Raiders at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, Carr again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Colts take the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Ryan. And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Carr now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Ryan's pass complete to Paris Campbell.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side totally makes sense because those defensive stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From just shy of midfield, Carr to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Ryan. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
To try again after the sack, Ryan. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Abdullah to return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd
White is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Fighting through, and he's got space. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Carr now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Punter Renfro is the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Carr. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Indy set to go on offense once more. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. To throw again on second down. Ryan.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ryan.
Slant pass hauled in by Campbell.
Touchdown! Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Quickly, a slant to Renfro.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Again, it's Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here comes Abdullah on the return.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Colts, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, for